are back recording live from the secret Center City Studios in Philadelphia.
I'm the capo. He's the prez.
And this is Sons of Ben, the pod. Welcome back, everybody. Devin and Adam. This is episode number... You're never going to guess this, Adam.
I'm not.
Al Wisterit?
I have no idea who this person is.
Neither do I. I had a
Okay.
Wikipedia, but he was a former great for the Eagles. But I guess the lesson is if you want to be great in Philadelphia, don't wear the number 70.
Here's the thing. Do we not have like a random flyer? Like, what was Paul Coffey's number? Like,
Not
was
70.
That not? Okay.
I probably spent about 15 to 20 minutes researching this.
It's
the most show prep I've ever done. 15, 20 minutes for number 70, and there is nothing.
Well, I'm concerned now for the future because, like, now that in the NFL, because they get to choose whatever numbers they want, you don't have to be assigned 72 if you're an offensive lineman anymore. So we might lose the 70s in sports. We're
going to have to get creative. But that's good because our next guest is a creative.
Ah, that's a good segue.
This person was the director of PR and communications, but now is the vice president of marketing and communications for your Philadelphia Union. All right. Our guest is known far and wide throughout the media in Philadelphia. So if you're Jam and Jesse, if you're Mike Jarek, if you're Preston or Steve, if you're John Kincaid and her number pops up on the phone, they pick it the F up. Okay?
Please never take a phone call from Mike Jarek, though, just if you can help it.
You might not. Well, not a video call.
No, never. Waste up.
Also, she has been able to keep Jay, Richard, and Ernst from doing stupid things, including being on this pod. Oh, wait, some of them were on this pod, but never to say. She is a force to be reckoned with in and out of the Philadelphia Union. But in other words, to quote a line from Doja Cat and Shawty, our next guest, she's a real bad bitch. In the soup, she don't take no shit. Dupe it up, dupe it up, dupe it up. Amanda Young Curtis.
Intro. Wow.
That was the greatest intro anyone has ever got on this podcast.
I was almost like, wait, who's coming?
Who else is coming? Like,
it's
you're ready
not
for John
me,
Cena
right?
to come through the door and be like, it's me.
It can't be me. It's someone else, right?
Also, that was about 12 minutes of work, too. So this has been the most work I've done in a while.
Is Doja Cat the greatest upset in podcast history? Like, just an accurate Doja Cat lyric that's elite right there.
The Discord had odds against me quoting Doja Cat, so I had to.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's called
impressive.
fixing the game. That's basically like what was that?
Pete Rose. Exactly.
Insider trading.
Exactly. Martha Stewart.
Amanda, thank you for coming on.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. This is a first because I generally do not have a microphone in front of my face. I'm usually sitting kind of in the outskirts watching Jim or a player talk, so this is exciting.
Yeah, this is exciting for us because we're trying to see if we can secretly trip you up during this
no.
whole time because we know you're a master of publicity and public relations, so if we can get a blooper here or there, that's going to be pod gold.
Well, you did give me a beer, so the
and
chances are increasing.
And speaking of, Beer the Pod.
Beer the pod.
Remember to support those that support us. It's always yards.
Look at that segue.
But now, Sunfest from 2SP. A lot of us are drinking the old shandy from the Wawa, or as Mayor from Easttown go, Wawa.
Oh, man.
You watched it.
I did, but as a person who is fakely from Delco, I was only
hoagie.
gently offended by it,
You didn't like the way she said hoagie?
Hoagie. No, like, here's the thing. Shout out to Kate Winslet figuring out the Delco accent as a whole, because I tell people all the time, it's probably one of the more difficult ones in America to actually get down, because it's all in the throat. Like, there's so much in the back of your throat that you're using for the Delco accent.
It's typical. And SNL, everything was hilarious except the Durder thing.
Murder.
Like, what?
Murder.
Where did that come from?
No, like, they need
No one
Tina
says
Fey
that.
back on. They need Tina Fey back on the roster because she would have been like, no.
There were so many great Easter eggs though when they were showing like the kind of the cork board and it had a picture of Tina Fey on it.
Exactly.
But listen, we're drinking the Sunfest. We're drinking some 2SPs because they are the chosen ones for the first episode back in the secret studio.
Now I have a new chant device because remember I was always using Hoagie Fest, but now I can use Sunfest. Sunfest at Wawa.
I'm going to give my review. I never thought I would like shandy. I will drink that over any seltzer. Yeah. And the fact that the Delco dude with his big old beard is surfing on a hoagie That's the greatest can label I've seen in forever.
So, as a person who's also from, like, again, fake Delco, I've always called it hoagie, like a normal person.
It's forever known as a hoagie now.
Yeah, so is that just South Delco? Am I just realizing that I'm not in Delco? What's going on?
Let's just call it blue collar Delco.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can live with that.
All right, let's finish up the housekeeping so we can get to our guest. All right, so Sons of Ben news. Renew. Trust me, if you don't, you're going to hate yourself. Probably more than you hate yourself right now for listening to this pod.
That's a good segue.
Wow. We've got some...
Devin, he hates you. That's all I can tell from that. That's all F you, Devin.
I recently heard, and we'll get into this, that a lot of people use this podcast as a sleeping aid. We'll get into that. Well, a guest of ours. All right, so we got some trips coming on. We'll talk about it. But Nashville, July 4th, there's still, maybe by the end of this recording, time to get in on that. And then we've got Miami, Orlando, and ladies and gentlemen, we have Mexico City. Are you guys going to join us in Mexico City?
That's something we're working on. We got to figure it out. It's been a crazy summer, so we have a lot to plan for. And August is a busy one.
August is crazy, and I was telling these guys, I leave the morning of the 12th, fly to Mexico City, and then turn around the next morning. I have to be at the airport at 5 a.m. to go to San Antonio for work. I'm going to have zero time.
Well, that should be a shorter flight, right?
Not much. I still have to lay over in Dallas for some reason. So there's a good Amex lounge. It's okay. I'll be all right. I'll have a Bloody Mary. I'll get through it. Don't worry.
It's going down to go up again, but that's okay. I'm here for that.
Exactly. New merch. Devin, you're part of the board. You kind of know a little bit about this. We're going to be launching a new shirt from Rally House. And Adam saw the prototypes of some new headwear that were coming out. So a lot of new merch coming out. Don't.
No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just, it's gonna be happy for me to not have to wear Myrtle Beach Pelicans gear as a hat anymore.
That's pretty much why we had to go get Sons of Ben hats, just because you kept going off brand.
Look, man, if you want to get a better brand with baby blue and canary yellow, you let me know.
I'll work on it. Speaking of working, we are under contract to say what, Adam?
Something about the World Cup, I'm assuming.
www.philadelphia2026.com.
There's a pitch.
Yeah. Independence Visitor Center. We were there on Tuesday. Saw your friend JT.
JT first
had
off,
a nice article.
Here's one thing, and I know people are waiting for a JT update now that the Union happy hour is over. We don't know where he is, but like watching JT travel around Northeast, like going to Boston, going to DC, like living his best life has been a joy personally for me. Like, just if you don't follow JT on Instagram, you're missing out. Jonathan Tannenwald's it's a good follow.
And I feel like, Amanda, we have two different JTs. You deal with JT on a professional basis, where Adam and I and Devin, it's a whole different JT. It's like Weekend at Bernie's JT.
It's all one JT, though.
It really is, though.
There's onions, layers of onions. Yes.
You got to peel it back.
There's layers to the JT experience. But yeah, I've known the man now for, I guess now 10 years, and it's really interesting to just, he's as professional as it comes to when he does his job, but like when you get him in his more natural habitat, me and him are getting a beer soon, and I'm quite excited about that.
You should be.
I'm excited.
When you get unfiltered JT, it's the best JT.
You learn so much too. Like I've learned so much about the industry that I would have never known.
And he will be on vacation. I go, hey, going to Mexico City? Because I'm thinking, what would be better than Matt and JT in Mexico City?
Oh my God.
He'll be in Seattle.
Sounds like a movie.
I know. It would be.
Oh man, like tequila shots with JT.
It would be the best.
No, that's fine. I'll leave it for Cafe L'Aquila.
Yeah. So anyhow,
is he a listener of the pod?
He should be.
He should be. I think
I'm gonna tweet this episode specifically to him. I'm just be like, hey.
When he can't fall asleep at night.
Yeah.
You think that's what he's listening to?
It's like gentle water lapping upon the shores, and then something on the top. Yeah.
Now, Devin, this is your segment. Discord. How's it going?
Discord's fantastic. I will also, speaking of falling asleep while listening to the podcast, Discord's great, but I am going to plug the tailgate because you gave me the opportunity.
It's your job.
I'm going to plug it.
The tailgate operator is actually doing tailgate.
Make that money.
This is crazy.
I'm doing something I'm supposed to. What? Now, check out the tailgate. July 17th. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a blast. Return to Subaru Park.
DJ?
Full capacity. DJ, food, all types of activities. Maybe some new cornhole boards.
It's not just Heather's iPad?
Dietz and Watson?
D's nuts.
D's nuts.
D's
They'll be
nuts. Here for this.
So go get your tickets. Check
Do we have
out
a
the
guest
Twitter.
tap?
We do have a guest tap. Odd Logic Brewing.
Logic.
Plug-in.
Here.
And
for
you guys
this.
had some special guests at your last tailgate, right?
Yes.
We did.
We did. Go.
Philadelphia Falcons.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philadelphia Falcons, who were able to raise like almost $500 for their fundraiser for Pride Month, so it was fantastic having them
Squad.
there.
And Amanda's coming to the next one. Shotgunning beers.
Perfect.
She's going to be shotgunning some
It's
Sunfest.
a work day for us, but
So you'll
We
come
know
after
people.
the game, is right? Yeah, I know.
but Breland Moore was there, new
Yes,
Fox 29
yes.
sports anchor.
Yeah, we had a very good tailgate. It was
We had
good
a lot
turnout.
of
We had a
like
lot of-
representation from
and,
all
and
over
that was
the
a
place.
Wednesday. We had over 200 paid people for a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was.
that was-
It was the most beautiful night. Like you could not
Oh.
ask for
It was
a better
picturesque.
game night.
Oh,
Yeah.
As long as we needed to score 2 more goals. But other than that, we've been fine. Like, here's the thing. As a Campo, it is kind of hard to do the last 10, 15 minutes of a squeaky game, like a tight game, because you're just like, I have only so many options in that belt of like, hey, let me just be like this chant or this chant or this chant. When we're up by 3 goals, I have a catalog. Like, I have so much to work with. But
You're like the Doja Cat of capos.
Oh.
Look, I am a boss bitch when it comes to the catalogs, and I'm
I think
here
we've got
for
a
it.
title of this episode.
I am the Doja Cat. Yes, I'm here for this.
All right. Speaking of boss bitches, let's get to our guest.
Oh my.
A proud alumni of Penn State,
Oh, the proudest.
We
native
are-
of Souderton.
Harleysville, but
Well, Harleysville. Okay,
Sure.
sorry, Souderton area. My bad.
That's you did
You're not
all
sure-
that. Wait, you did 50 minutes of research on who was going to be the title of the episode, but didn't realize.
well, I
good.
went to
What got more
Souderton High
hits?
School.
Yeah,
I
okay,
went to
see?
Souderton High School.
See?
But
if you ever
lives
said
in
I
the
was from
Harleysville
Upper
area.
Marion, I'd fight you.
We know you're Lower Marion. We know.
First off,
Where are you from, Adam?
the W.
Everyone drink.
I
Wayne,
didn't
Pennsylvania.
say it. I didn't
Oh, there's
say
a
it.
drinking game too.
Oh,
Yeah,
every time
I
Adam-
say the city of Wayne, Pennsylvania, you have to take
Okay.
a beverage. So
Yeah.
yeah. I've mentioned my hometown way too often because I don't know, when you're from America's greatest hometown, you just kind of brag about it all the time. I don't know what to tell you.
You should be. So, I mean, you're a public relations. I can't even say relations. Jesus. Yeah, publicist
Public
pro.
libations.
Yeah.
So we were going to get into that, but you've been with the team since 2019. So you're in the golden era of Union.
Yes.
Did you know it was the golden era?
Well,
or
I think I brought that, so
that's
it's really all.
We have someone to
I mean,
credit this whole thing
Yeah.
for? Awesome.
You hear
Weird
that,
enough,
Ernst?
Ernst
You did
came at the
nothing.
same time, so I think the credit probably lies more there. But yeah, beginning of 2019 is when I started my Union jersey
and
journey.
I did
Not jersey,
peek.
And also a nice jersey.
Yeah, I did
great jersey.
take a peek at your LinkedIn.
Yes.
You had a pretty established career in the public relations world.
Yes.
In New York.
Yep.
Why the Union?
Well, being
Is there
from
like a
the
restraining order? Or?
She got removed from the state of New York. That's what
well, being
happened.
from the area, my husband actually started working in the Philadelphia area, and I was working in New York, and so we currently still live, but living in Central Jersey, although people say Central Jersey's not a thing.
No, Central
apparently.
Jersey's a thing.
It's
Jersey
just south or
exists.
north.
It's the 195
Exactly.
corridor.
Okay.
Central
So I
Jersey
think it
does
exists.
exist. That's a thing.
Some people apparently say
No, I
it
mean-
does
That's where
not.
Great Adventure is.
But
Central
Jackson?
Jersey. Yeah.
I thought it was more like Hillsborough, but that's me. Okay, anyway. Continue.
so I was taking New Jersey Transit into New York City. Yeah, which is a hike from the Princeton Junction area.
Ooh, yeah.
But you know, being from the area, kind of wanting to get back and really just not be on New Jersey Transit anymore because it is everything you hear and much, much worse. It's an absolute nightmare.
Well, that's good.
Hopefully
'cause-
you're not sponsored by New Jersey Transit.
That would be the weirdest sponsor, but I would still take
would.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
it
accept
would.
anybody's money.
Look, if you
I
could
think
get-
we're almost.
If you can get me up to Harrison and possibly the Bronx quicker, I'm here for this. We can,
They
we can have a
can't. They
conversation.
cannot.
They
You
know,
cannot.
no,
Okay,
they
never mind.
cannot.
Yeah.
And the good news for you, you went to Chester where there isn't transportation, so you get to drive.
The Highland Avenue stop is like a quarter mile away from the
But
stadium.
I cannot emphasize how liberating it is not to be held to a train schedule of just being like, I want to leave work now, and so I am going to leave work now instead of I'm checking the train. I gotta either run to make this one, or I need to kill a few minutes and hang out in Penn Station, which is not a desirable place to
This
hang
is
out
not the
at
first
all.
time I've heard this.
Yeah.
I think I heard this from Ben Franklin and George Washington when they were founding this country.
Oh my God, that's a deep
Yes,
reference.
that
Also,
was-
you were alive then,
Yeah.
so it works.
Yes, could be. Yeah, heard that at the pub with
At the pub, at the King of Prussia Inn, before they named the town King of Prussia. Yeah, that's an inside reference and a callback to like 40 episodes ago.
Oh man, so public relations,
Yeah.
publicity. Were you in any industry that maybe a certain co-host would be interested in? Did you cover anything like?
Yeah. So when I graduated college, I started working at a PR agency that mainly focused in video games.
Is that
Right?
the sport of the future, Adam? Video games?
No, it is the storytelling medium of the future. If you read my 25-page dissertation that made me graduate St. Joe's, you would know this.
So that's where I worked for more than 10 years before I came to the union.
Is that why we do so much e-gaming at the union now?
You know, it was funny. As soon as I came to the union, one of my first projects was like, okay, dual stuff, you know, we're working in esports. And actually, Major League Soccer was one of my clients, which is how this all kind of got connected. They were launching EMLS, I think it was 2018, maybe, or 17, maybe 18.
Yeah.
So our agency was brought in to help them launch EMLS at PAX up in Boston one year. So that was kind of how everything started to come together.
Well, now, Adam, that
Hold
we
on, Matt. PAX
okay.
is a entertainment expo that happens in the greater Boston area. around
I
computer.
actually know that because we had clients going there called Samsung. But thank you.
That's fine.
There
I just
we
figured
go.
I might
See?
drop some knowledge
Oh.
in this time.
The whole gaming convention circuit was, you know, we do E3 in
Yeah.
June. We go to San Diego Comic-Con.
You were
New York
partying hard, huh?
Comic-Con. It's a vibe. It is a vibe.
That is a complete vibe that you're describing. That's
Yeah.
like that's a dream sequence. Because I went to San Diego this year and I was thinking to myself, it's not Comic-Con time. Why am I here? Like there's just I don't know
Yeah.
why I've wasted my San Diego trip during it's not peak season.
I mean, San Diego's beautiful, though.
It's actually pretty nice. It was great. I went to Torrey Pines. It was nice. I loved it.
Yeah. But one of my first projects, I graduated college, started this job, was this game called Blitz the League 2 with Lawrence Taylor as the cover athlete. And so literally my first month in this job, fresh out of college, we're having a launch party with Lawrence Taylor. You're checking people in at the door, and whatever he wants, you go get him.
Oh, so you can procure drugs and hookers. That's good. That's a good skill to put on the
No,
resume.
no,
Me
but-
the leg of
but,
Joe Theismann.
We didn't go there.
Okay.
But he comes out and he goes, I need cigarettes. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll go take care of that. I've never purchased cigarettes in all of my life.
What does Lawrence Taylor smoke?
Wait, I want to
I
know
wish
where
I
did
could-
you go to get these
Well,
cigarettes?
this is New York City, 2:00 in the morning.
So it was a Dwayne Reed.
Yes, it was a Dwayne Reed. It was a Dwayne Reed. I ran in and I was like, I need cigarettes. They were like, what kind? I was like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea.
Pall Mall.
I've never smoked one in my life. I have no idea.
Can I have one of your finest marijuana, sir? Please, thank you.
So what did you get him?
Probably Marlboro.
Marlboro?
Yep.
Look, I feel like if I was gonna buy anyone cigarettes, I'd get the Marlboro Reds only because that's the advertisement I got in my Sports Illustrated since a kid. So,
But everyone smokes the lights
well, see,
because he's health conscious. You know,
I
Lawrence
mean,
Taylor.
you gotta be good for yourself. As a I actually thought Newports were good for you as a child, but I found out
Weren't
later
they
in like
marketing that to women?
I thought that was Virginia Slims.
Yeah,
I think
Virginia
Virginia
Slims, yeah.
Slims were the one they went specific. They were just doing Newports like almost specifically black people, but also expanded it a little bit. But that was really what Newport was going for
Yeah,
there.
well, Billy D. Williams was Newport's and Colt 45, so it's fine.
Billy D. Williams was the patient state of bad decisions, was what he was.
Now, speaking of bad decisions, though, we have a chance for you, Adam, to convince somebody that's in charge of the EMLS events to get you a better seating so you don't get your ass kicked by a little kid.
Okay.
Can you make your plea?
Okay. All right. First off, I don't really need to play Casey's kid anymore. Can we not do that? That's kind of rude because he has way too much more free time on his hands than I do. But I did appreciate they gave me a first round bye. They understood. Sorry, they understood the level of talent I was possessing, and they were just like, all right, first round bye for Adam. You don't got to work too hard. I mean, I'll wait to the semis, man. I'm so good. I'm so good.
That's his plea to get a better.
Like, please.
I mean,
2 seed next time, something. I don't know.
it's a tournament, so there's only so much I can do.
I mean, he's trying. I mean, he's choking up from it because he's still waiting for his one-on-one match with Jay Ajayi.
I do think I have video of Kevin Casey's kid like just celebrating like in his
we need that
face.
on
So here's the thing. I was told that I needed to show some emotion, and I scored first. Like, I had the first goal of the game, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm a grown-ass man. And if I really celebrate in front of this child, that is the default setting of like a Disney movie where I get beat like 17-0 and 17-1 after that, and this kid just literally just like teabags me at the end of it. Like, that's literally where it comes down.
I push that little kid off the chair and be like, you don't get a chair now.
No,
I'm the adult.
And like Kevin, and the funny thing is like Kevin Casey was just like, you were such a good sport, and I was just like, I offensively got thrashed by your child. Like, that wasn't me throwing anything. That was me getting my ass handed to me. But I bought FIFA 21 this year. I actually didn't buy FIFA copy this year, but I bought FIFA 21 after that fiasco. I'll get a revenge.
But I mean, it's all kind of pointless because Jonathan Bach sweeps
everybody.
every time.
Everybody.
Every
Just
time.
so good at, like, I want to play him though, so I can at least say I got beat by both Duelsta and Jonathan Bach, the two greatest EMLSers of all time in Union history, basically.
I mean,
Can we not hire him then?
We already have a gentleman who is representing us in CSAT.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
I just
met the
remember
man.
Dulsta because he won. Sorry,
He
Cisa, my
swept.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, that was beforehand. That was the greatest trophy the Union probably had in our cabinet outside of that one preseason one we had.
That's Suncoast Invitational we got in Florida.
No,
That was
look,
sweet.
I enjoy the Suncoast Invitational like the next guy, but Duelsta sweeping EMLS in its inaugural season, that was badass. I ain't gonna lie.
So, despite my years in games,
Yeah.
I never really got into the like watching Twitch or kind of competitive gaming.
Thank God, speaking my
And
language.
then watching Duelsta, I was like nervous and excited, and we were
real.
cheering, and it was so much fun.
yeah.
I tell Matt I'm going to bring him when the Fusion have another homestand. I'm bringing him. He's going to see. He's going to hate it, but he's going to at least see what these people are actually about, and it's like authentically some crazy stuff when you see
Yeah,
it
it
in
was really
person.
fun.
You know?
And so Adam came into the building today for just to put everything in perspective here. Adam comes into the building today with a box covering most of the front of his shirt. He is wearing a Fusion jersey, which happens to have black and white stripes going down it. Our fine co-host Matt decided that it was a Juventus jersey because Adam is totally a person who would be wearing a Juventus jersey.
No, like, I actually even have an Italian squad, which I talk about fairly often on this podcast, but I would just be like, also Juve jersey, just chilling.
I just thought you lost a bet and you had to wear it. That's all.
No, first off, if I lose any bet, it would probably be wearing whatever like Swiss jersey I have to wear after they lost to France or after they beat France. But whatever, I'm here for that. But no, I as a big fan of what esports has done to the city and what the building of the new stadium and all that, I just want you to see it. I don't need you to necessarily love it, but I just want you to recognize what's coming.
We went to the EMLS event at Union Transfer.
I mean, that was dope too. I enjoyed that. But the Fusion were also there too. They were up in the rafters, the rock stars that they are.
Yeah, so with Anthony Fontana and a couple other guys.
Look, man, don't mess on Carpe.
I was amazed because we sat there and instead of watching the players on the stage, you would watch the TV screen closest to you wherever you were standing. I'm like, wait, this is like going to a Sixers game and watching Fanavision instead of watching what was going on.
Because you have to watch the part.
Yeah.
It's like watching Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
But I did watch Jay Ajayi get whooped up by 110-pound kids.
he's
So that
so
was...
I
who can we blame
enjoyed
for
it.
that one?
I don't know. Who was in public relations that would have made Jay Ajayi?
I was, but we had a great announcement.
I loved that announcement. I just also love the idea of it was like, he's going to lose every single one of these games, and then it was just like, not only is he gonna lose, he's gonna lose like 20-2 in like one of these. I was like, oh man, Jay, like when you're Jay, you're just like, I'm a Super Bowl champion. Like I'm a physically superior human to most people on the planet Earth. This 17-year-old just kicked my ass in FIFA. It's like such an awkward.
And
moment.
he still had diva behavior after that, didn't he?
No. He was the nicest. He was so sweet.
People had to pick him up, I heard.
Pick him up. Oh.
Yeah, he didn't drive anywhere. Like,
look, man, when you win a Super Bowl for the Eagles, you don't do normal things anymore after that. You basically just become a moderate god that we cater to. Yes.
I don't know. I think Nick Foles right now is mowing lawns for a living.
If Nick Foles came back to Philadelphia, there is literally nothing he would have to do for himself. Like, just at all. He would get all of his meals comped. People would drive him everywhere for free. Yeah. Like, Nick Foles would be the most taken care of person since Grace Kelly in this city.
All right, you might as well leak it. You might want to leak it that Nick Foles is going to be the new MLS player for the Philadelphia Union.
Yo, here's the thing. I some part of me feels like Nick is like, look, I can't really do that, but if you put me on NBA 2K, I'll murder you.
All right,
do you think he's a gamer?
I think he's a gamer. I think he's because I think all of those kids in that era, he's like what, 33, 34? He's not that old. Like I think he's definitely in that demographic.
If you look like Napoleon Dynamite, you do Napoleon Dynamite type thing. So you're definitely a gamer. I mean, and he probably dances.
I mean, I'm here for the entire Nick Foles. You know who does not play video games? Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz doesn't play video games. He's too busy hunting.
Jesus doesn't let you play video. No, he probably plays Duck Hunt.
Like real ass Duck Hunt with a dog that actually laughs at him. Him and Trent Cole, they just go out.
Now speaking of, Jay Ajayi, were there any other moments where you're like, oh shit, why did I take this job? Was it like you had to do an interview with Sebastian Latou, or was there any like?
She had to deal with me.
Well, that too. I didn't want to.
That was awful.
I mean, did you sit there and go, what? You pull into Chester and go, wait, I'm working in a factory now? What is going on?
I can honestly say no. It is so exciting. It's a new challenge, and really, when I came here, there wasn't anyone doing what I do, so I just got to make it my own. I got to really throw things at the wall and see what worked, see what didn't. So we got to do a lot of fun stuff and just build really good relationships with like Preston and Steve, which Adam got to go, and
Mike Jarek.
And yeah, Good Day Philly, they're great. Like we created a whole romance between Fang and Alex Holly. And this was all because they had an emotional support alligator on the show one day. And so I said to our group, like, well, why couldn't Fang be her emotional support snake? And they kind of started, a banter on social media, and then that's how it all began.
He is a player, isn't he?
He's a snake.
Yeah. It's called Paul Abdul.
Real talk. That is phenomenal PR, though, right there. To be like, she had a support alligator. We have an anthropomorphic snake with arms and legs. Let's make this work.
Yeah,
let's
he made her Valentine. Yeah. It was so sweet.
Look, I was there. What was it? The season opener, 2019.
Yeah.
And she was there and then Fang and her got a photo together, and I was just like, this is the synergy I was waiting for the union to get into.
Real.
This was
real
the real
romance.
stuff. I'm here for that. I'm here. She's using the Mohawks. I feel like that's the move there.
It's like your in-laws are inspiring your thought process, but we'll get into that later. That's an inside joke, everyone. Sorry.
It might be eventually outside, though, of this podcast.
We already did a podcast before this podcast, so.
It was a really good one, too. I'm sorry y'all missed it.
The pregame podcast is the podcast. Oh, man.
Honestly, the last pod we ever do, we just do a best of like what we did before the pod. Because I know Devin has weird recordings of pre-pods.
Yeah, all the stuff you record before you start saying we're recording.
We're recording. We've all been fired. We've all been canceled. Like I'm in jail somewhere for something, and we're just like release the best ofs. Let's just do it.
All right, now here's the hard question.
Okay.
Right now, players on the squad from 2019 to now. Who's the hardest to handle that's not named Sergio Santos?
Sergio is not. He's
so much energy running around. You can't control it.
It's so funny because he's so sweet, so nice. His wife is lovely. His little girl is the sweetest little thing. She's just adorable. And he'll be like, "Hi, good to see you." His English is coming along really well. And then we'll be sitting there and hear screeching animal noises coming from the locker room, and we're like, what is going on? It's just Sergio. That's just Sergio doing his thing.
I was assuming that was Alejandro.
No.
That was not him.
Alejandro is very professional Alejandro.
No, I feel like there's a part of Alejandro that actually makes animal noises that we just don't see.
It could be.
That's
I have
Alejandro
not
at
seen
home.
that either.
Allie at home is something that I would like to see. I feel like it's a different.
Can we do a
person entirely.
podcast, Allie at home?
Allie at home.
Can we push that one along?
Yes.
I'll see what I
That's
can
work.
do. I'll see what I can do.
We can help him redo his stucco. Have you seen that commercial yet?
Oh wait, that is my favorite.
We could be the
athlete.
stucco crew.
Wait, I love the era of Philadelphia athletes getting commercials that are local. Like I remember when Mike Vick had like a Cure Auto Assurance commercial. It was the most awkward thing in the universe. Like Wade Simmons had one, but like Alejandro tried to look at a stuccoed wall while holding a soccer ball. It's just everything.
Because that's what
to
they
me.
do. They hold the soccer
Right,
ball
exactly.
and everything.
He's like, I want you to know how much I'm devoted to my profession. I have a ball with me at all times. It's just like, yes.
And just billboards everywhere.
Look, it's my favorite billboard on the way to the airport. I'm just like, that's my captain right there trying to sell me a wall. I love it.
What's the pizza commercial with the guys that did all that Bud Light stuff?
Was it the What's Up people?
The What's Up people?
Yes.
Yeah. We need Sergio Santos to do one of those commercials.
No, we need Sergio Santos to redo a recreation of the Elio's pizza commercial between the Legion of Doom back in 1989. Like Eric Lindros is out there just trying to sell frozen pizza. Like that. That was the height of Philadelphia advertisements right there.
I feel like this is the brainstorming session that we're
Yeah.
on the
Take all of this
Take
home
notes.
with you.
I mean,
Take
we're
all of
recording
home
this,
with
right?
you.
We got to
So-
reinstate the pod. What was it? The finder's fee. The
Finder's
the
fee,
finder's
the
fee
commissioning
and
fee.
and the Shark Tank episodes.
Look,
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
okay.
By the way, we did a Shark Tank with one Timothy McDermott.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
He hasn't produced.
No.
Tim.
but
Where's
that
my
is-
super toy run?
Tim.
That is where we heard the Toys R Us story.
Yeah.
Such a good story.
Have you seen the
Jeffrey Giraffe
picture?
story is elite. Like,
Have
that
you
was
seen the
elite.
picture?
Yes, he sent me the picture because I listened and I commented. I said, "Tim, that's such an amazing story," and he sent me the picture. It's
He showed us that
fantastic.
on the Union Zoom, and I'm going, "How do you screen capture?" Like,
How do we take this and run with it? Into this?
he was wearing Beverly Goldberg's jeans.
But that is like every
First of all,
kid's
yes.
dream.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The super toy run was like by far the only thing I wanted in my childhood.
The Toys R I loved Supermarket Sweep, even though I
Yeah.
didn't. Just running around, just knocking stuff off of shelves.
Just
Go for the
like
meat
such a
mac and
great-
cheeses and shit.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
so
You gotta
much
go for the
fun.
meat. That's the expensive
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, the
You gotta go
turkeys.
for the meat. Yeah.
You can't
Turkeys.
overdo it because unless you're gonna freeze all of it.
Yeah.
You might have a second freezer. That's all I'm saying.
Like a freezer. Suburbs, you know?
Yeah, I was
Suburbs,
actually
yeah.
just talking with a friend about how bad I would be on The Price is Right. Like, do not have any concept of,
What this costs.
a thing of laundry detergent. I don't know. I need laundry detergent, so I buy it.
$15.99 Tide.
I have no idea.
Honestly, I want a whole day. I want a day where I just send mainline moms to like a ShopRite and just be like, guess the price of this.
Oh, there's no way.
Like they're just like, I don't know. I've been shopping at Whole Foods for
Well, could
27
you do
years.
it if it was Amazon? So say it was an Amazon product and they gave you 3 prices. I bet you could
I
zero
think
in
I
on
could
the one you
Depends
probably
on the
get in a
color.
range, but I don't think I would do well on The Price is Right.
I don't know. Maybe we have a new Price is Right
bananas.
hosted by Fang.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. We're coming
Look,
up
I
with
do
too
don't
many
know.
ideas.
do you want us to just come to the PR
Yes.
group? Like
Yeah.
we'll just help you out with it.
Fang
you know?
not talking is tough for the hosting gig. I mean, he should be a guest. You should have Fang on the podcast.
we can dub it-
heard Fang talk. I don't know what you're talking about.
We can
I've
dub it
1000%
in
heard
Spanish with Sean Brace, but in English. Because you don't understand what Brace is saying half the time anyhow, so it's good.
I would absolutely adore the idea of Fang just being silent but holding like cue cards, kind of like
like in
Love
the-
Actually.
Love Actually.
And he's just holding them up and just like, this is today's game. This is how it's gonna go. Just explaining the rules by just holding cue cards. Like I'm here for that.
But we can have closed captioning, and it's just Sean Brace yelling at you.
One fact. By the way,
Okay.
I'm just thinking about this. That's fantastic. Please never put Fang in real people's clothes because they do that with Franklin at the Sixers game and
Freaks
it's
me out.
horrifying.
What kind of?
They put him in jeans.
Oh,
Like they put the mascot in jeans and then like Jordan 11s.
maybe it's like Michael Scott, how he has his fun jeans and he puts them
Yeah.
on and he
It's
feels
just- yeah.
really like wild in them.
They put him in leather jackets and like all the like they made him a real boy and it's awkward. Like I need him to.
What if he dressed like Jim, though, for a Jim Appreciation Day?
But here's the thing: what era of Jim now? Because Jim
That's a
has
great question.
dressing eras now. Like he has the I wore suits every day era to Jim. Like I'm now your fun uncle. era. And
Fun
I'm
Uncle
here-
Jim.
I'm rocking
Uncle.
Yeezys on
Yeah.
the sidelines.
Which, I mean, look, now I have to set my game up as a capo. Like, I actually, like, everyone was like, oh, Adam, your shoe game is immaculate. Then Jim comes out with retro Jordan
Yeah, the
1s,
bar
and I'm
has
just
been
like,
raised. The bar has been raised.
He
for
doesn't
sure.
have to go along the beer-laden river end, though.
This
He's
is true.
walking
I
on
also-
a red carpet,
Well,
okay?
no,
You
I
don't
actually
have to...
I wore Jordan 11 Concords that were baby blue because they matched the Union's colors, and I wore them in the river end.
They weren't baby blue afterwards.
Well, look. First off, anyone who has really nice sneakers, pro tip: the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser is a life giver. That
For
thing
everything.
It
Not
just
even
it
just
cleans off.
sneakers.
I get like
Yeah.
10 years of sneaker grime just completely removed by a Mr. Clean eraser. It's
I use that on my walls.
It is clutch.
Everything.
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 Clutch.
Even Sergio Santos, it'll clean that up.
No, he has Mr. Clean hair too now, so it's fine. It's
His
great.
hairstyles.
Does he get extensions? Does he get extensions later on the pod? Like, that's
I
it.
would love to know.
Because like
I
one
don't
day he
know.
comes out with dreads, the next day he comes
Yeah.
out with like a small blonde fro, and I'm just like, who did you go to? Like who was your stylist in South Jersey that got you this?
It
Like,
does
what was
seem
it?
like some he does himself. I think on his
Oh.
Instagram story recently, he had a mirror and a whole system, and
I respect the process.
Very impressive.
I do give him credit because there is one car, and I'm not going to say what it is, that is very popular with every player on that union, and it's all in white. And at least he drives a red one.
Is it a Range Rover?
It could be. I'm not
Okay.
going to say. It's not the Tesla, but, you know.
I when we were doing, me and Bross were doing, putting up the banners for the home game
Right.
the other day.
The Home Sweet Home.
Yeah, the Home Sweet Home banners, which, by the way, I know we give shout outs to Ryan Bross all the time, but like, holy shit, that man is impressive. Like, I can't even begin to describe to you just the amount of effort this guy does week in and week out to just put these things together, like, by himself, basically. Like, he when he was doing the Juneteenth / Pride flag that he did to perfection, like, before the game was happening, I'm just like, can someone pick up a paintbrush and help this man? Like, someone do something. Bross is like, I'm good. I got this.
Oh, he is like Michelangelo. He goes, I don't need no help. This
No.
is my chapel. Get away from me.
But the River End is the Sin's Teeth Chapel.
But
for Ryan Bross.
that Home Sweet Home, that was about 17 months in the making.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've got receipts
Really?
from, hey, I need plywood.
That
Okay.
particle board is not cheap.
And then when you look, you're like, Bros, what are we doing with this? Don't worry, I got it. And they're like, yo, Sanford and Son, like, there's stuff piled up. Don't worry, I got it. And then all of a sudden,
Devin,
it's
Sanford and
missing.
Son was a television
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, with Red Fox and so bam, 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 that should be a chant.
That is a class.
That could be a bam, bam, bam,
No,
bam.
see, so
Bam,
one of
bam,
the things I have a
bam,
struggle
bam.
with is the median age of the River End. It fluxes per game. So,
Oh.
like, what type of music can I use for the crowd? I can't go super young.
you have to
because I
go to like a wedding DJ.
It legitimately it's like cha-cha slide, salt and pepper. Like, I'm doing all these things, and I'm just
Shout.
like, oh my god. Well, see, here's the thing: if Red Bull did not already steal Shout, that would have easily been something I did.
Yeah,
But like,
wedding DJ. I think you just need to get their playlist.
more Beatles and possibly some Hall & Oates. I'm working on it. I'm working
Just
on
the
it.
classics. Just the classics.
What is a classic?
Uh,
For mainline moms, what's that classic? There's totally different objectives here, man.
Wu Fang works.
Wu Fang is nothing to mess with.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I feel like Doja Cat now needs to
Doja
get
Cat-
some sort of
Doja
appearance
Cat,
in the
yeah.
You don't
River End.
believe-
Well, probably only when you show up in the River End now, we're going to have, you've got your own song now.
No,
Some
you don't
players are
believe.
very angry about that, where you've got your own chant. So,
Well, I told, and you know, this is because this is a Sons of Ben pod. I like to bring down some Sons of Ben knowledge while we're also giving the pod. We're working on more player-specific chants, and we're working on using them not just when they score, because the Jamiro Montero Apache dance has been a rave hit.
Dun,
People love it.
dun, 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 dun.
Jamiro Montero, Jamiro. It's been a hit. So we're gonna work on that. I've revised the Alejandro Bedoya chant 4 times because that's not the easiest name to
It's
chant.
tough.
Fun fact.
I mean,
Bedoya's a little difficult.
Shabilko.
Shabilko. That goal was hard to get. Shabilko. But you aren't finished yet. I'm this is my job. That's the only thing that they put me to do is just to make
Yeah.
up random
Now-
shit with Shabilko, and I've made it work.
Adam has been petitioning the 15s to call up one young man up to be the next goalkeeper because he wants Andrew Rick so you can sing, he's a Rick. House.
No, or
Doopy doopy.
where I could just make a lot of Mr. Freeze jokes. Like, I love Andre Blake, but I'm just like, you're limiting my chant potential here, Mr. Blake. Like, I can only call you Balake so many times before it doesn't work anymore.
All right, let's get to the games. We had a.
There was a game?
There was a game on Saturday. Do you believe that?
I've tried to black out most sports since the Sixers, but hey, I'll pretend like there's something happening.
And for the first time in 20 plus years, I got scolded by my father. I am no longer allowed to do predictions because I said the Union were going to win 4-0, and that didn't really happen.
That was the exact opposite of that, actually.
I said I was close.
You were.
I got 3.
But
forgot about
the other 3.
Yeah, well.
There was 2
That
more
ain't my
goals than
fault.
you anticipated in the whole game.
I'm looking at Jim there. That ain't my fault. So
No,
yeah,
it's
it was.
it's looking at Glesnes.
It's the lake of a field.
No, no. Any team that plays in a football stadium, I automatically disqualify. That's my new rule now. Except for Seattle, they're fine. Everyone else can't play.
There was a highlight, and we're gonna let
Several. There was a big one, but
there was a big
couple.
one. It was number 2 on Sports Center.
Quinn Sullivan.
Quinn Sullivan. I mean, soccer royalty in the Philadelphia area. The pedigree of this kid, and then he rode his bicycle.
No, and here's the fun fact. I loved the banter that the Union and FC Dallas, who I think were last in the West right now, were having about like their youth academies. It was just like the Union got the highest ranking youth academies. I was like, what ranking does not beat 15 years? And they just show Weston McKinney and all they do. And I'm just like, well, what are you doing now? Just like, if we're talking about right now, because I got this one dude doing bicycle kicks, and I'm not. Justin Che looks fine, I guess. I don't know what happened to Paxton, a Pomacall. I thought he was supposed to be the dude, and now he can't even get off the bench. I don't know. I'm a little bitter.
I will say, if there's one thing our social media team does well, which they do a lot well,
They do.
Pants.
it is roasting other teams.
Pants. Oh. It is.
And just today, the Revs going at it.
No, that was one of my favorites too, because I like when I see banter happening between clubs, and I'm just like, wow, your club don't got no support right now. Like, what? Like, as a person who exists as a social media director, I exist on Twitter way too much, and I'm trying to cut back from it. But one of my favorite things is like when you watch a club that's like, we have 127,000 followers for this one account, and you're just like, so then why did 4 people like your tweet?
Beer of the pod.
Just curious about like, why did you have only like 17 people acknowledge that this was possibly funny for you? It's like, no, you got roasted today.
Is that one of your favorite things, to let the social media crew just unleash on other MLS teams?
I love. So I'll just kind of troll through what people are saying about the Union, just as a part of my job. But I also just like to sort of read along and see what's happening. But my favorite part is finding those little nuggets and be like, go ahead, guys, have at them.
I don't want to start anything, but Miami needs an ass whooping.
Oh my
God! I think they we know
they
someone
got a
down there.
girl down there. Leave AG
I know.
alone.
No.
Leave
AG
I want to
alone.
see. I want to see you two go at her. It's fun.
No, she was so nice to me when I just got started, because like I tell everyone, when I started becoming a capo, like, this whole personality that you see in front of you, I'm the shyest person in the universe if you let me be. So like when they just started being a capo, I was just like, I have no idea what to do. I have no idea who to talk to. Like, what privilege, what do I have? Like, AG was just like literally cradling me and being like, it's okay. We're going to bring you in. We're going to put you on a billboard. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
Best.
So
the best. We miss her.
No, we do miss her.
The rest of Inter Fort Lauderdale, I could care less.
It's a waste of talent going down there. Like everybody, other player down there.
No, she's going to save that. She's going to bring that franchise, which I believe is going to dominate MLS in 10 years,
She's choking on Axe body spray and David Beckham's Muppet voice. She's
God.
coming back
imagine
soon.
Though she goes there for expansion team first season.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. And when your whole job is like talking to people, you're just like.
She's going to do great down there.
Oh,
I just don't want to see Miami.
She's a rock star.
I don't want to see the Miami Fusion do well at all.
Oh my God, they're going to.
Oh wait, what are they called? No,
the
they're
Mutiny.
Tampa Bay. That's right, Tampa Bay.
The joke is I always make is like, look, if there's any team that could just wake up one day and then just run the league, it's that one, because they just have enough resources and people and just like motivation. Because like, first off, again, top 3 places people want to live when they move to America: New York, Miami, Los Angeles. So it's just like you already have one of that in your back pocket. Anyone who moves to this country is like, I want to be tropical. I'm giving you tropical,
Well,
I'm giving you a Beckham too with the tropicality.
I
That
just don't
face.
think. I don't think Miami's going to do anything until they get Roma's coach to come over.
Look, I pump. When is Tottenham's coach going to go over there? I believe that's just the the rule. We'll talk about that later.
All right, so we're done with the Chicago talk. It was a puddle of a field. It was 3-3.
Real quick, shout out to the Union fireman, Corey Burke. Corey Burke is the Fire's. He's just water. He's just water to their fire.
When he scores, what do we do for Devin's sake?
Scorey Burke, do 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 do. Scorey Burke, do 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 do. Scorey Burke.
Devin is like
List
walking
of
out of the
things
studio
I do
right
not
now.
miss.
First
about
off, the
being in
Union are welcome for that one too. When the Union are like, we're doing Scorey Burke, they're like, yes, you're welcome for that. Enjoy.
I think
enjoy that
every
beautiful.
parent in America is like, no, not
Oh,
that
yeah.
song
I
again.
honestly
This one
apologize.
hates it. He's 4 or 5 years. Oh yeah, he.
I apologize to parents after the chant's over. I'm like, I'm sorry, all of you are going to have that in your child's head for the rest of the night, but let me do the Hoagie Fest
yeah,
chant.
it's just
I'll
having
you
it
that makes
played
it-
on repeat.
Katie Fellinger
at home.
texted me. She goes, "I'm not bringing the kids until that chant's over, until they're 6 or 7."
Well, better hope Corey gets transferred sometime soon because that's going to be a staple.
It's not even you that makes it so bad. It's like having the Alexa in the house and having a 5-year-old that can now talk to the Alexa. That is
Very
the problem.
accessible.
No,
Very
yes.
accessible.
There should
Yeah.
be a child lock on Alexa. Like
Oh, there
no
should be.
voices pre-puberty can trigger the Alexa. That's the move now.
All right, now speaking of puberty, alumni updates. I got nothing on Beer Mark. Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
That was one of your worst transitions. We had a really good one earlier, and then a really
They're
bad
all not
one.
home runs. Sometimes they're sacrifice bunts, my friend.
Hey man, as long as you're
Sometimes
moving the
they're-
base runners over.
Now we've got some news.
What's up?
What's going on with Wrexham?
Oh no.
That's about all we know.
I'll give you the most boring answer ever. Stay tuned.
There we go. But did you know Rob McElherney is a coward?
McElhenney.
Whatever.
Oh my! Wow! She came off the
listen,
top rope.
I'm not fanboying that St. Joe's Prep kid. Coward. Won't come on this pod.
First off, Hawks will never
Coward.
die. So
Coward.
you leave that. But secondly, I mean,
Coward.
look, Rob's great and all. I'm here for Deadpool. So
Oh, you're here for Gossip Girl?
Look, all I'm saying is Canada sends to produce really elegant looking men, and they did one with Ryan Reynolds, and I'm just here for that entire experience.
And
So,
Bieber?
Bieber's actually not terrible. Did you hear him on Popstar? It was a good crack. Yeah, Bieber's okay. He's not great, but Bieber's okay. He's done a very nice job with his career.
We will say we all are excited about the 29th of July
Oh yeah.
for this. It's
I
going to
won't be here, but I'm excited for
Yeah.
to watch it on my phone.
It's
in
going to be.
Italy.
I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of for pure soccer fans, but I think a lot of people that might never have been to Chester are going to be like, "This is something I can get down on." And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's going to be an all day. To quote you, a hoagie fest. Like it's going to be an all day party that we probably have never seen in Chester.
Any day down at Subaru Park is a good day.
Wow, you haven't been there in February in a while.
Oh my
I
god!
have
Remember
been.
that?
I
Remember the
have been.
sandstorm?
Yeah, the gravel storm.
What was it? The U.S. Open Cup gravel storm of death.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was before 2019. There were some dark times.
Here's the thing. I do admit.
Wait
though,
for our book.
so I've been. One of the big things about me is like I've watched so much less actual television in my life. I've been watching a lot more YouTube videos because I'm like I like to cater my entertainment to exactly what I need as opposed to just being like this television show might go sideways on me. I don't want that. So there's a lot of like stadium based YouTube channels that I just randomly discovered.
Really?
Like people who critique and talk about stadiums across the globe, Serie A, the Pioneer League in baseball, whatever. Routinely, and these guys are not from this country, routinely Subaru Park is lauded as a beautiful park and setup and experience with the bridge and the river and all that. And I'm just like, so you didn't go across the street, did you? You just stayed right there on the park. You just stayed right there. It's like you didn't look at any of the other surrounding neighborhood. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful park. Exactly, it's great.
But now you were speaking about TV. Here's your transition.
Please.
You've been watching the Euros?
So you want to fight?
That's kind of digging at him.
You wanna
he
fight?
supports.
I feel like it's
That
just he wants to
England-Germany
fight.
game was fun. Come on. England-Germany, that was fun. It was like
First off,
it was World War II Part 3. It was
I
great.
enjoy any match that is between two clubs that are just trying not to lose. And that was the epitome of two clubs. Like, we have way too much pressure on both of us right now. We can't lose. We're not going to win this. We just can't lose this match.
I know it's always playing in the offices.
Yes,
Have you
I
guys
actually.
been...
So Mark Evans asked that I give him some sort of shout out, and this will be my shout out. That we were on a meeting the other day, and he had to turn off his camera because he was celebrating something. And afterwards, I was like, Mark, this is terrible meeting etiquette, because he starts clapping, and you can just tell he's focused on a game.
Towson University's finest.
He said, well, who books a meeting for game time?
Oh, that's
both of these. My girlfriend, who's at
there
shop
are two valid
watching
points.
Euros,
That's
and she's
like,
like, who does this at 3 p.m.? This is terrible. Like European, sweetie. That's how that works.
yeah. I mean, I this tournament has been great.
It's been great.
Except for your bow out.
No,
like,
like,
but
like a lot of people have bowed out. Like, there's a lot of giants that just kick the bucket very early in this tournament. So.
Poland bowed out in the first round, like predicted.
Poland's not a. Come on. I like you, but come on. But it's just legitimately like you see all like. My girlfriend is 100% sure that the Italians are not going to win, and I'm not gonna say that they're not. I have no indication to tell me that they're not gonna win. But since every other great club has been basically kicked out of this tournament, I'm like, wait for that quarterfinal.
Oh.
You don't know. Belgium might do something there.
You don't know about Switzerland or the Czech Republic. Who thought they were going to do anything?
Wait, by the way,
nobody in their own country.
Can we chat about the fact that two of the greatest rivalries outside of soccer were in this tournament, where England was playing Scotland, and there was Slovakia and the Czech Republic in a tournament where I was just like,
oh yeah,
this might be a bit much, but I'm here.
Luckily, there's COVID restrictions that we're keeping the fans from.
Yeah, I was just like, so y'all put both of them in there. That's cool. That's cool. And then Russia and Ukraine. I was like, oh, that's a lot. We're doing a lot this tournament. God love the Euros.
Friday's gonna be fun. We should all go to Grand Cafe L'Aquila to watch.
Oh man, I saw some of the social
friend.
media
It
posts.
looks like a party.
Oh my lord!
I have yet to go.
Oh,
I know. I need to.
Friend of the pod, Gigio, will invite us.
No, he'll hook us up.
Can you get out by 3:00? It's work. It's work.
Wait, is it Friday? Is
it's Friday.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say we have a game Saturday, don't we?
Yeah, we got game Saturday, but we got Friday. So
are you going to be in town?
I will be.
So are you leaving Saturday for the game?
Leaving Saturday for Nashville.
Okay.
Which I can't do a prediction about Nashville because my father will kill me.
But here's the thing: are you spending the night?
We are Nashville from Saturday, coming home on Tuesday.
Ooh,
We've got we've got a trip. We've got I think 63 people going on this trip.
Wow.
Yes.
Including the parents of somebody within the union that wears Yeezys. So that could be Adam's parents. We don't know.
I don't actually have a pair of Yeezys.
We'll work on that.
Warning. Still looking for
So
those.
we're looking forward to Nashville's going to be a blast. We've got a rooftop party, tailgate before the game. The 4th of July is Sunday, so that we have a rooftop party set for us there. And Sunday, Monday, we've got for the 5th, we're at a brewery tour. So we've got a lot of activities going for everybody.
So much to do in Nashville.
So much to do, and we've got a lot of activities, but enough time. This is one of the first times that we're teaming up with PhillySportsTrips.com.
Yeah.
Who does a lot of stuff with 97.5 The
I met
Fanatic.
that guy. At,
Vince is
tailgate.
such a good guy. Him and Heather have
Yeah.
been busting their ass to get this because
Shouts to Heather.
we realized the Union fans don't travel the way the Eagles fans do. So part of it was, why don't we team up with a travel agent, start building these packages? And Nashville was the only really good trip. We were thinking we were going to get Austin. We were going to get a LA trip. We MLS schedule kind of screwed us, but this Nashville one, 4th of July, is going to be a good time. So, yeah, I will be in on Friday, but not Saturday for Euro games with you, Adam.
So the one thing about Nashville that I could not wrap my head around is like you have all these bars and then you have the bird scooters everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Which just seems very dangerous.
Just a recipe for disaster.
Oh,
along
very
with
much.
bachelorette parties on hay rides.
Yes.
And tandem
And,
bikes.
yeah,
and
the pedal-
Booze Cruise pedal bikes.
yeah.
Do you believe that city?
So much fun.
Do you believe that city is like the #1 woo capital?
Oh, it's definitely-
the United States. It's the
woo
most
girl,
woos per
girl
day.
capital
man.
of America.
Woos per capita.
Woos per capita.
capita.
There's way too many woos going on. The GDP of woos.
Monsters, Inc. could power the world with
Like
all the
legit.
woos.
Oh my god.
One
no.
of my least favorite flights when I work is when I go to Nashville.
Yeah.
Because every guy's like,
Bachelorette
it's
parties.
bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
No, not when you're at like 9 a.m. trying to bang out work
Look.
on your laptop and you got, woo, I love you.
Well, I
And
just.
all matching shirts.
Oh, tank tops
But here's the thing.
with hashtags.
But this is the thing.
30 and flirty.
This is the thing you experience though, because you have that like slightly that lovely Nashville bachelorette parties. Like most of the bachelorette parties I know go to Atlanta. And it's a completely different vibe when they go to Atlanta. There's occasional Magic City visits, just for the wings, obviously.
Wow. Obviously.
Yeah, of course.
No, I mean, hey,
I hear they're good.
When in Rome, but no, but I love the idea of going down to Nashville for a Union game, especially seeing that culture kind of embrace soccer the way that they're doing. But as a person who has a Union game, a road trip in my back pocket, I'm kind of hoping I can just push that to next season because I wasn't really given a lot of great away options in 2020. I was just like, so you mean I get to go to Chicago twice?
The schedule is a weird one. I think, everyone's ready to get back to the West Coast a little bit. And
I was like, man,
way.
they do an LAFC game. Me and my buddies are going to hop on the plane with the team. It's going to be great. They're just like, we're going to Nashville.
He says buddies. He means us, Devin. He means
You're not
us,
getting on the trip. You're going to Azteca, and I'm not because I'm afraid.
I had to pay for it.
I know. I'm afraid of getting kidnapped.
Get in my pocket.
I'm afraid of getting kidnapped. Not because I believe Mexico City is scary. It's because I'm an asshole, and that if anyone would be kidnapped during that game,
We got insurance. We're bringing Sid.
Oh, that's true. Sid is the person.
Sid's the sacrificial fan.
In like a zombie apocalypse. That's the person I trip. So I get like
and we love Sid.
Love him, but that's exactly the person.
But when the kidnappers come, the candy van comes for us.
They'll give him back though. He'll be too vocal for
That's
that.
Fine.
They'll be like,
we all win. We all win. We go home safe.
we all win. We actually get Sid back. They're just like, look,
Kidnappers
we're
learned their
sorry.
lesson.
We apologize. Like we thought about it, but not worth it. You guys have a fun trip back to Philadelphia. Enjoy yourselves.
All right, we need to wrap this up before Devin prods us. So I have to ask. There's a controversy brewing in the Premier League.
Oh no!
That involves the Philadelphia Union, and I think I need the former public relations person to answer this. Was Kevin Durant tampering with a Everton midfielder? Maybe.
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
I did see some pictures.
Okay.
Well, he was, I think, right behind home plate at a Yankees game when when
so
one
he
of
was
their players was throwing up. Did you see that?
Yes, someone Cincinnati. I think it was Cincinnati or the Angels. Someone who has a red hat. That's all I remember. But he was literally just projectile vomiting on the mound.
And you can see Kevin Durant in the background, like with
whoa. I've been there. I've been there.
He's like, Donovan, it's okay. It's the oh wait, sorry.
But look, I'm here for all the tampering. I saw Daryl Morey try to get Steph Curry to play for the Sixers. I'm here for all tampering and tampering activities.
I want Kevin Durant to go to vacation every year in Europe.
Yeah.
And just sit there and take pictures with Pulisic and Messi and let them
That's
know.
how rumors get started.
Yeah.
Happiness in Chester.
But can Jaime's even outperform Anthony Fontana right now? Let's have a real conversation. Let's have a real conversation about this.
He would look good on the bench.
Jaime's off the bench sounds fantastic to me. I'm for that. I'm just like, look, we all just assume these rock stars who might be on the downslope of their careers get automatic starts. I'm like, I got a 22-year-old who likes to bang goals. What do you want me to do right now?
All right. Now, do you have, since you've been in the soccer world now, have you adopted an English Premier League team, or are you still has Mark Evans been trying to poison the well with that Liverpool garbage?
No, I haven't adopted a team yet. I feel like I've been very focused on MLS, the Union, even just the Philly market. So I try and pay most attention to the 4 other teams in the city, what they're doing. And, at the end of the day, there's enough fandom for everyone. You can be a fan of all teams.
The Wings are very disappointed with you right now.
I'm sorry, the Wings.
Yeah,
we might do a pod poll, and we'll do a vote for who Amanda's going to support in the Premier League. It won't be Tottenham. Don't worry.
I feel like a West Ham.
I'm open. I'm open for bribes.
West Ham's good.
If
West Ham's
anyone,
a good one.
I don't know.
I'm
Newcastle
a great
could be
fan.
fun.
No, Newcastle. Here's the thing.
Up and down.
This is a ground floor Newcastle. So if you get down now, people won't think you're a complete bandwagoner when they put $1 billion into the club in like 5 years. It's like a Man City move right now.
Can I lobby for Brentford?
Brentford is a good lobby, but they won't be up long. Let's pretend.
Whoa.
Let's pretend.
We're gonna do some research and do like a
They're
bachelor.
Sheffield at best.
The
At their
lobbying
best day, they're Sheffield.
and the wooing needs to happen more in
We'll take you to Nashville and
money,
we'll woo.
food,
Yeah.
Does
you know,
Nashville have a
things like
women's
that.
team that we can all embrace for the meantime?
No.
Like, I'd be okay with that. Like, until Philadelphia gets a women's team, which is deserved tenfold, I need to find a women's soccer team to get behind. And I'm partial to Louisville right now. They look interesting to me. But,
And Louisville's fun to say.
Louisville's my favorite. And as a person who's family in the South, I need to say Louisville because I ain't gonna.
I would go for some Bourbon Trail, so we can do that.
See, man, that's what MLS needs to do. I'm here for Austin though. Like, I'm here to go to Austin. That sounds like
Austin's
a really fun
great
time.
City.
I'm here for Miami, Orlando in March.
In March, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or even April.
No,
that
no
works.
July. No
But
July.
Here's the thing: you're adding like Charlotte. I got no desire.
No.
Like, you're adding St. Louis. No.
Charlotte's
I'm
a
good.
stopover.
I need like San Diego. Bring the loyal to MLS. I'm here for that. Sacramento does nothing for me. But if you tell me like, yo, we're getting Vegas. Yes, we're getting Phoenix. I might go down there just to go to Sedona, you know?
All right, let's wrap this up. And we're going to end this on good news for Devin. Devin,
Oh, God.
it's Nuno time.
Oh, no.
Devin's got a new coach.
I don't like it.
He's got a new... Well, that's good. You're a Tottenham fan. You don't know soccer. So you not liking this is going to be good for you. You might win a trophy. Devin, a trophy is the shiny thing.
He
I might
made
just have
Wolves
to-
relevant.
I might just have to adopt Brentford for
Full
this.
time.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
It might be a full switch over here.
Dude,
Amanda,
man.
thank you so much for being on this train wreck that we call episode number Al Wister It.
It was so much fun. My pleasure. It was not as I thought it was going to be grilled.
No.
We're
We're not those type of people.
Yeah, we're not those kind of people.
Unless you're Tim McDermott. Then we.
Then we
yeah.
grill him left and
Yeah.
right. Tim, you're going next week, buddy.
Also Richie Graham, we also went for a good, nice grilling session. And then we let up after the end, but
Yeah.
we started with a nice grill.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us episode number 70. Aloha, Felicia.
We're coming for you, New England.